Hey Gunners, welcome back to the channel. We've got some big Arsenal news to discuss today, so grab a cup of tea, or whatever you prefer, sit back, and let's dive into everything happening in the world of Arsenal Football Club. In this video, we'll be covering Ethan Nwaneri, the young prodigy set for a long-term Arsenal deal. Gabriel Magalhães, could he actually be leaving for Saudi Arabia? Bukayo Saka, Arsenal has started new contract talks with our star boy. What does this mean? Let's jump straight into it. Ethan Nwaneri's new Arsenal contract. What does it mean? If you've been following Arsenal's youth setup, you'll know that Ethan Nwaneri has been a name on everyone's lips for a while now. The 18-year-old wonder kid is reportedly close to signing a long-term contract with the club, and honestly, this is fantastic news. Who is Ethan Nwaneri? For those who might not know much about him, let's take a step back. Nwaneri became Arsenal's youngest ever player when he made his Premier League debut in September 2022 at just 15 years and 181 days old. That's younger than most of us were when we first started playing FIFA seriously. Since then, he's continued to develop at an insane rate, playing for the Arsenal U21s and even making a few senior appearances. His dribbling ability, vision, and composure on the ball are what make him such an exciting prospect. Why is this new contract a big deal? This deal is expected to be 5 years long, securing his future at Arsenal and keeping him away from other clubs who have been circling. Manchester City and Chelsea have reportedly shown interest in the past, but Arsenal was never going to let him go that easily. Development pathway. Arsenal has done an excellent job at developing young players. Just look at Saka, Martinelli, and Smith Rowe. Nwaneri could be next in line. First-team chances. If he stays at Arsenal, he'll get proper game time under Arteta, which is better than bouncing around different clubs. Potential future superstar. We could be looking at the next big thing from Hale End. If he fulfills his potential, this contract could be one of the smartest moves Arsenal has made in recent years. What do you guys think? Is Nwaneri destined to be a future Arsenal legend? Gabriel Magalhães to Al Nassr? Should Arsenal sell? Now on to one of the hottest topics, Gabriel Magalhães. Reports from Ben Jacobs suggest that Saudi club Al Nassr is preparing a big money bid for the Brazilian defender. How important is Gabriel to Arsenal? If you watch Arsenal week in and week out, you'll know that Gabriel is absolutely crucial to our defense. Alongside William Saliba, he has formed one of the best center-back partnerships in the Premier League. Let's look at some stats. Key defender. He won the most aerial duels for Arsenal last season. Physical presence. One of the strongest defenders in the league. Consistency. Hardly ever injured, which is rare for Arsenal players. Why would Arsenal consider selling? Reports suggest that Al Nassr could offer around 100 million euros. Now that's a lot of money, and any club would at least listen to that kind of offer. But would Arsenal really want to break up a partnership that has been working so well, especially since the team is finally challenging for big trophies again? What should Arsenal do? It all depends on Gabriel himself. Last summer there were rumors that he was interested in a move to Saudi Arabia, but nothing came of it. If he's tempted this time, it could be a difficult situation for Arsenal. Would you sell him for 100 million euros? Or do we need him for our future title ambitions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Bukayo Saka's new contract talks, securing the star boy. Finally, let's talk about Bukayo Saka, Arsenal's golden boy and arguably the most important player in the squad. According to Sami Mokbel, Arsenal has officially begun contract talks with Saka again, even though his current deal runs until 2027. Why is Arsenal already looking at an extension? A lot of people might wonder why Arsenal is negotiating a new deal now. Well, here's why. Protecting assets. Saka is worth a fortune, and Arsenal doesn't want to risk losing him cheaply. Higher wages. He's currently on around £190,000 to £200,000 per week, but given his status, he could be looking at something closer to £300,000 per week. Avoiding a transfer saga. We've seen how long contract sagas drag on. Cough, cough, Mbappe. Arsenal is smart to move early. Should Arsenal make him the highest paid player? Some people argue that Arsenal shouldn't break their wage structure. But let's be real. Saka is our franchise player. He's the guy we build the team around. If anyone deserves top wages, it's him. Would you pay him £300,000 a week to keep him at Arsenal forever? Let me know in the comments. Final thoughts and discussion. That's all for today's Arsenal update. Before we wrap up, let's go over some final questions for you guys. Ethan Nwaneri's new Arsenal contract. What it means for the future. If you've been following Arsenal's youth development, you'll know that Ethan Nwaneri is one of the most talked about talents at Hale End. The 18-year-old prodigy is on the verge of signing a long-term contract, securing his future at the club. This is massive news for Arsenal fans. Who is Ethan Nwaneri? For those unfamiliar with him, let's rewind. Nwaneri made history in September 2022, becoming Arsenal's youngest ever player to feature in a Premier League match at just 15 years and 181 days old. Younger than many of us when we first got serious about FIFA. Since then, he has flourished in the Arsenal U21s and even made a few senior appearances. His dribbling ability, vision, and composure under pressure make him an exceptional talent. Why is this contract a big deal? Nwaneri's new contract is reportedly a 5-year deal, which is crucial for Arsenal in several ways. Retention of talent. Arsenal has fended off interest from clubs like Manchester City and Chelsea, ensuring Nwaneri's future remains in North London. Development pathway. Arsenal's youth setup has a proven track record. Just look at Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and Emile Smith-Rowe. Nwaneri could be next in line. First-team chances. Under Arteta, young talents get opportunities, which is vital for Nwaneri's growth. Potential future superstar. If he fulfills his potential, this could be one of Arsenal's best decisions in years. Could Nwaneri become Arsenal's next superstar? Let us know your thoughts. Gabriel Magalhães to Al Nassr. What should Arsenal do? Now let's talk about the biggest defensive transfer rumor. Gabriel Magalhães. Reports suggest that Saudi club Al Nassr is preparing a €100 million bid for the Brazilian center-back. Why is Gabriel so important to Arsenal? Gabriel has been a rock at the back for Arsenal. His partnership with William Saliba is one of the best defensive duos in the Premier League. Key defender. Gabriel won the most aerial duels for Arsenal last season. Physical presence. A commanding figure in defense. Reliability. Unlike many Arsenal players, he has an impressive injury record. Should Arsenal consider selling? A €100 million offer is tempting, but is it worth dismantling Arsenal's defensive structure? Financial boost. The money could be reinvested in strengthening other areas. Defensive depth. Arsenal would need a top-tier replacement immediately. Title aspirations. Losing Gabriel could be risky, given Arsenal's ambitions to challenge for major honors. What do you think? Would you cash in or keep him at all costs? Bukayo Saka's new contract talks, securing Arsenal's crown jewel. Finally, let's discuss Arsenal's franchise player, Bukayo Saka. According to Sami Mokbel, Arsenal has officially begun contract talks with Saka, despite his current deal running until 2027. Why extend his contract now? Some might question why Arsenal is negotiating a new deal so soon. Here's why. Protecting a valuable asset. Saka is one of the best young players in the world. Locking him into a long-term deal ensures Arsenal doesn't risk losing him cheaply. Salary adjustment. He currently earns £190,000 to £200,000 per week, but given his importance, he could command closer to £300,000 per week. Avoiding a transfer saga. Arsenal is being proactive to prevent a drawn-out contract dispute. Should Arsenal make him the highest-paid player? There's an ongoing debate about Arsenal's wage structure. Should they break it for Saka? Considering his impact, leadership, and consistent performances, many fans believe he deserves it. Would you agree with a £300,000 per week deal for Saka? Let us know in the comments. Final thoughts and discussion. That wraps up today's Arsenal update. Before we go, here are some key questions. Will Ethan Nwaneri become a first-team regular in the next 2 years? Should Arsenal accept a €100 million bid for Gabriel or keep him for their title challenge? Does Bukayo Saka deserve to be Arsenal's highest paid player? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Show YG, red circle, black circle.